beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today is a book review and I actually miss reviewing my books right now as of the moment. As you can see from the weather, it's really getting hot here in Kuwait. If you do notice that, I mean, it's sunny outside, the air is really hot and it's just burning to your skin. But today's video is timely because this book is going to feature that weather, which is of course the summertime. So this book is no other than People We Meet on Vacation, coming from Emily Henry. Now I know that Emily Henry can be familiar to you guys because I also made a review coming from the same author but a different book. It is named as A Million Junes, and if you're also familiar with Emily Henry, she's actually the author of Beach Read. So as you can see, she has a lot of compositions and most of them are really into the genre of romance. So my seat is getting hot here and I can't wait to share what's inside People We Meet on Vacation. Hello beautiful people, rise and shine in a world that is gleeful. Yes, welcome back to
Okay guys, take it from the top, louder.
A 1, 2.
Sachi YouTube channel. What's YouTube? Oh my gosh, this bracelet. So definitely I am going to talk about the synopsis of this book, what is it all about, my likes and dislikes, and of course, how can we forget my own rating. So let's chop it with the synopsis. So People We Meet on Vacation is a contemporary romance written by Emily Henry. Yes, it's contemporary, meaning this book could be very realistic at some point. So let's not try to imagine a lot of things. It's more like a slice of life book. So for People We Meet on Vacation, we are going to follow two characters, namely Poppy the girl and Alex the guy. So yes, as you know, this is a romance book, so definitely we need two main characters to fall in love, but what is their story? So for Poppy, just a description around her character. Poppy is an extroverted gal. Like, she's really out there. She's very open about herself and her identity. So she's really extroverted. But for Alex is a type of person who keeps everything to himself, more likely an introvert person. So basically, extrovert and introvert, how would they connect to each other if they're both the opposite? So yeah, even at the synopsis of this book, it just said they have nothing in common. She's a wild child while he wears khakis. She has an insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. So really two different people meeting together, and just you could just really imagine on how would these two opposite people would attract each other. Yeah, as you know, I already described the character of Poppy and Alex. Now, what about their story? So in People We Meet on Vacation, we're only going to focus with Poppy's point of view. So we are not really getting the full glimpse of their love story. Anyway, that's how the author decides to go through with this book. So with their love story, they actually met back when they were in college. So they were two best friends who cannot live without each other basically. And then just a lot of things happening to Poppy's life that ended them going on their separate ways. So meaning by that, like after college or like during the time of college, there was a time where Poppy needs to go away and have her own future career. So that happened from best friends to strangers. From best friends to acquaintances and back to meeting each other again after 2 years. Sounds familiar, right? If you know the song, strangers to friends, friends to lovers, from strangers again. Oh my gosh, I hope there's a book for that. Because I've been listening to that song
and the emotions just keeps on railing around.
So yes, that is like a glimpse of their love story between Poppy and Alex. Now the focus of this book is mainly to get to know what happened in the past during their vacations and what is also happening on the present. So yes, as you can see from the title, vacation is a big thing in this book because Poppy is a blogger. Mainly her niche for blogging is all about her vacations and all the places that she visits, while Alex is an English teacher. So just from the two professions, right? They're like really the opposite. So yeah. In this book, we will just really get to know what was their past like and what is going on with the present. So how will Poppy and Alex reunite again? How? So moving on to my likes. So for my likes about this book, actually, this is not as predictable. Not in the sense that Poppy and Alex wouldn't be together, blah blah blah, but this book is not predictable in a sense of how will Alex and Poppy would connect with each other. Like, I just can't seem to imagine that two people that are really different, have opposite liking, will have an attraction with each other. So that's just part of the book that keeps me going because I don't know how will they communicate, how will they understand with each other, knowing that they have big differences. So that is what I like with this book. And what else? Oh, this book made me feel that I am really in a vacation. But hun, I didn't think of anything else but just moving from place to another place. So that's what I felt about this book. It is really like you are in a vacation. So even though I'm just at my home, I would just imagine myself that I'm going to the beach, I'm going to Bahamas, and etc. It's just your imagination just so flowing because of the vacation aspect that it's giving you. So those are my likes about this book. Now, what about for my dislikes about people we meet on vacation? Guys, I have to say that I have an on and off relationship about this book. From this video, I actually mentioned that I DNF'd this because I got distracted by Verity. And just to say, at the beginning of the book, it just really felt so boring. So boring.
Where's the flavor?
Why did I say that? At first, right, I told you the book would just give you wonders. It would give you a good imagination that you are really in a vacation. But well, that is for some parts. But for the first half of the book, I just really stopped reading this and just went to a new book instead. It's boring because it is a contemporary romance. So it's not the imagination that is going beyond. It's just, okay, contemporary romance, it seems like the reality. This is happening everywhere and this seems like my day-to-day life. So that's just my issue with the contemporary genre. But yeah, I just have to tell you, I really do have an on and off relationship with this. It's just the first part that is really boring. And I feel like if Emily Henry would shorten this book, or if Emily Henry would just say that, okay, Alex and Poppy are together now, I feel like it would only be this long. I swear. There were some settings, or there are some parts of the book that didn't seem really necessary. For me, it was more likely the past vacations. Well, I do not feel that is necessary because I do not really care about the past. I just live for what is present. So that is the main thing on why I didn't enjoy this book that much. It's just the first part that throws me off, but when you got into that climax, girl, it is all worth it. I swear, I really do have an on and off relationship with this book, and I'm just so glad that I finished this already. So those are my dislikes for People We Meet on Vacation. Now down to my rating. Now, as for my rating with People We Meet on Vacation, I have to be specific with this one. So out of a 5 stars, I would give it a 2.7 out of a 5 stars. So why 2.7? Okay, well, as I told you, I had an on and off relationship with this book. I mean, don't get me wrong, at first I was really bored reading it, but when you reach the climax, it just all became worth it. You have to be patient this book until you get into the climax. But after the climax,
I feel mellow, and then I am feeling like I'm going back to what originally I felt boring, and then another climax came in.
see, I just really couldn't describe what I am feeling with People We Meet on Vacation. That is why I am giving it a 2.7 out of a 5 stars. It's just to represent it in a graph form, this is my feeling. Yeah, crazy, right? So that's with the People We Meet on Vacation. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you haven't watched this one yet, make sure you do. And of course, going back to my saying, ready, get set, and start reading. Bye! See you next Saturday.